Hi, welcome back to Grow Joyfully. I decided to do a new thing today. I wanted to make my own almond milk because I use my almond milk every morning to make a smoothie, and I use a banana and spinach and Greek yogurt. So I have read a few things that make me a little uncomfortable about store processed almond milk, so I was going to try it. Heidi from Rain Country has a wonderful recipe, and she has been walking me through this by me watching her video. Now, the first thing I had to do was add the amount of almonds I wanted in this bowl, or you can do a jar, whatever you want, and you fill it up about 3/4 of the way with water. Make sure your water is not tap water. If you have well water or filtered rainwater, or I guess whatever, purified water, that's the best. You don't want the fluoridated city tap water. So I put it in this bowl and I soaked it. She said at least 24 hours, but it ended up being like 3 days because I was busy. So I soaked it in this bowl, and then today I took it out and rinsed it in the steel strainer. Now I have it in the blender, and she recommended about 3 or 4 cups of, again, well water, purified water, strained rainwater, whatever you use. Just don't use city tap water. And that's how far I am right now. So I'm going to put the water in. I'm going to blend it. And then the next step is to get a cheesecloth or some sort of fabric towel in order to be able to strain the almond pulp and get the almond milk from that. So here I am so far. Let's see what I can do, and I'll bring you back. So 3.5 cups of water fit in with this amount of nuts, and I think that was about 3 cups of raw almonds from Costco. I know this looks awful, but I use it for straining apple juice and different things. Somebody crocheted this for me, and since I don't have any cheesecloth on hand, and I constantly forget to buy it, I have been using this crocheted, I believe it was originally a washcloth, but I've kept it for good and only use it for this purpose. Okay, my cloth is in place, and now I'm going to grab the blender and pour in the almond milk and pulp. This is what it looks like. I just thought I'd give you a little look-see. There's the pulp. Very pulpy. I know that Heidi said she saves the pulp and makes almond flour, so then you don't have to just throw that out. Another option would be to give it to your chickens, maybe in smaller amounts. So I'm just going to do half at a time because there's not enough room, and we'll see how it turns out. Look at that. Almond milk. It's like I'm milking an almond cow. Little tiny almond cow. Heidi says she adds vanilla, which we prefer, and I use pure vanilla. I don't use vanilla, what's it called? It's not extract. I use the pure stuff because I don't want what they put in it. And I'm going to use some honey to sweeten it a bit. The reason my husband and I use almond milk is because now we're both lactose intolerant. We both grew up on raw milk, and I think that was so much better for us. Milk, as we know, is processed and added to and messed around with, so that I think a lot of people are lactose intolerant. So this is our option. And then I was reading about almond milk and the way it was processed. Surprise, surprise. And it's can be hard on your body. It can have a lot of seed oil added to it, etc. So this is my effort at taking care of our health, taking decisions over our health back, and doing different options. It still has to sit and strain for quite a while, but one drawback I can see, sorry my camera doesn't want to focus, I'll just show you the milk down here. I've put the camera on my tripod so that I can pour the milk into this jar and you can see its consistency and what it looks like. And from my vantage point, I'm quite impressed. It looks kind of thick and nice and creamy. So I'm going to pour it in this jar. And I'm going to add a couple drops of vanilla, and I'm going to put some honey in to taste, because both my husband and I like the vanilla flavored sweetened. When we get the unsweetened, we're just kind of like, oh, what did we do? So I have a lot of pulp here, as you can see. I have it over another bowl dripping so I could, get this almond milk in here. I'm seriously kicking around putting it back in the blender, adding some more water, and seeing if I can get even more almond milk out of it. So for now, I'm going to add some vanilla to this and some honey, and then we're going to try it. I'm just going to start with, I was thinking about a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, but maybe I'll do half of that, because I just don't know how this is going to taste. And thanks for coming along with me and learning. A lot of the things that I do are just new or by the seat of my pants, so I appreciate your forbearance and patience. I'm also going to start with half a tablespoon of raw honey. We'll probably need more, but like the housekeeper on Meet Me in St. Louis said, you can always put it in, but you can't take it out. So we're going to try those measurements just to see how this is. This is only just a little over half a quart of the almond milk. Stir it well. And then I've got my little taster cup here and sticky fingers from the honey. Okay. Smells good. And I don't just sit down and drink raw almond milk. I use it in my smoothie. My husband does use it on his cereal. So this may not be a fair representation for me. It does taste good. Probably enough vanilla, but I think I'm going to use all of the honey. A tablespoon of honey is not bad. Honey, raw honey, is good for you in so many, many, many ways. This isn't processed sugar. It is raw honey. All right, let's try it again. That's even better. But I am going to use more, so nobody flip out. So I have about 2 tablespoons of honey in here. Oh, that's good. I'm going to stay right there with that. 2 tablespoons of honey, raw honey, per half quart of almond milk. Well, I'm really excited to try this with my husband. I think I'm going to empty out the rest of the store-bought almond milk and put this homemade almond milk in and see if he even notices. I'm pretty excited. I'm just excited because I made something that's a lot healthier for you, a lot more natural for you. And I recommend you give it a whirl. I was listening to Heidi. I really recommend that you go to Heidi at Rain Country because she puts all these things into practice, and she's been doing it for years. And it's extremely important to find people who have put things into practice and tried them for themselves. And yet again, make sure that you do things that work for you and your family. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to give you an update. It was extremely exciting for me to be able to make my own almond milk. It just really looks thick and yummy. It's got to be good for us. I just wanted to cover that the reason Heidi soaks the almonds for at least 24 hours is so that you can wash off. And I was going to remember the proper name for it. There's some sort of husk or something on the almond that is harder to digest. And by soaking it and then rinsing it, you help to get that off and break that down, but yet you still get the goodness of the almond milk. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I hope it's helpful. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to grow joyfully. We'll see you next time. Here's an afterthought. This is the rest of the store-bought milk, almond milk, that I put in this glass so that I can replace it with the almond milk I made. Here's a side-by-side, if I can hold it up without dropping it, comparison. Not only does the homemade almond milk look as good as the store-bought stuff, but even creamier. And let me read you the ingredients with filtered water and almonds. But then take a gander at what else they put in. Cane sugar, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these. I just wondered what it would be like if I took the almond pulp, put it back in the blender, added some more water, and blended it up again. And I got even more almond milk. That's not going to be as rich and thick as the first, but I really think that if it's mixed together, that it's going to be really, really good and make it even more economical. Just another afterthought. So I'm all finished. Can you tell the difference in the store-bought and the homemade almond milk? Homemade, store-bought. I know what's in this one. Raw almonds, well water, raw honey, and pure extract vanilla. This one, we can only guess.